Inertia. In this session, we will discuss the property of inertia and some applications of inertia. Inertia is the natural tendency of an object to resist a change in their state of rest or of uniform motion. Inertia was first used by Galileo. Sir Isaac Newton gave better explanation to inertia. The term inertia comes from the Latin word iners, which means idle or sluggish. Isaac Newton explained inertia in his first law of motion. According to his law, an object remains in a state of rest or of uniform motion unless acted upon by an external unbalanced force. If an external force is not applied, objects will continue to remain in their state of motion. That means they will maintain their property called inertia. On the surface of the earth, inertia is masked by gravity and the effects of friction and air resistance. Friction decreases the speed of moving objects. Inertia is of three types. Let's study about the types of inertia. The first one is inertia of rest. It is defined as the tendency of an object to remain in its state of rest. In our day-to-day life, we can see many examples of inertia of rest. Because of inertia of rest, a person standing in a vehicle tends to fall backward when the vehicle starts moving. The second type is inertia of motion. This is the tendency of a body to remain in its state of uniform motion in a straight line. When a moving bus suddenly stops, a person standing in it falls forward. This is due to the inertia of motion. The third type of inertia is inertia of direction. An object will continue to move in the same direction unless an external force acts on it. The tendency of an object to continue motion in the same direction is inertia of direction. Because of inertia of direction, an umbrella protects us from rain. The raindrops falling vertically downwards cannot change their direction of motion and wet us when we hold the umbrella. The mass of an object is the measure of its inertia. A more massive object has a greater tendency to resist changes in its state of motion. We have experienced that it is easy to push and move a light object, but it is difficult to move a heavy object. Heavy objects have more inertia than light objects. Now, we will discuss a few questions related to inertia and Newton's first law of motion. The first question: why do you fall in the forward direction when a moving bus brakes to a stop and fall backwards when it accelerates from rest? We all have experienced that if we are standing in a moving bus and suddenly the bus stops, we tend to fall forward. What is the reason for this? When a moving bus suddenly stops or applies brake, a person standing in it falls forward. This is because of inertia of motion. As the bus stops, the lower part of the body comes to rest along with the bus, while the upper part of the body continues to remain in motion due to inertia of motion, and so the person falls forward. The same way, if we are standing in a bus which is at rest and suddenly the bus starts moving, we will fall backwards. What is the reason for this? When the bus starts motion, the lower part of our body starts to move, while the upper part of the body continue to remain in rest due to the inertia of rest. That is why when the bus starts motion, we fall backward. Next question. Seat belts are provided in the cars. Give reason. Or, it is advisable to wear seat belts while traveling in a car. Why are we asked to wear seat belts? What is the advantage of wearing seat belts? You know that if the car stops suddenly due to emergency braking, the person sitting on the seats will be thrown forward. This is due to the inertia of motion. This will cause severe injury. To prevent such accidents, seat belts are provided. The force given by seat belt protects the person from falling forward. So, it is better to wear seat belts while traveling. Explain why some of the leaves may get detached from a tree if we vigorously shake its branch. It is observed that if we shake the branches of a tree, old leaves or fruits fall down or get detached from the branch. What is the reason behind this? When a tree's branch is shaken vigorously, the branch starts to move, but the leaves stay at rest. The tendency of the leaves or fruits is to stay at rest or to maintain its state of motion. Due to the inertia of rest, the leaves tend to remain in its position and the branch starts moving. So, the leaves detach from the tree and fall down. When a motor car makes a sharp turn at a high speed, we tend to get thrown to one side. Explain why. This is also due to inertia. When we are sitting in a car moving in straight line, we tend to continue in our straight line motion due to inertia of direction. But when an unbalanced force is applied by the engine to change the direction of motion of the motor car, our body tends to continue its straight line motion and we slip to one side of the seat. So here the reason is inertia of direction. Another question. When you kick a football, it flies away. But when you kick a stone, you get hurt. Explain. This is because stone is heavier than football and heavier objects offer larger inertia. We know that mass of an object is a measure of inertia. If the mass is more, inertia also will be more. When we kick a football, the force applied is enough to move it to larger distance, as the football has less inertia due to less mass. But in the case of stone, it has larger mass and offers greater inertia. Another question. A plastic ball and a cricket ball are rolled on the floor with the same velocity. Which one will cover larger distance before stopping? Give reason. Cricket ball will cover larger distance. We know that if a ball is rolled on the floor, because of frictional force, the ball stops itself. Frictional force opposes motion. If frictional force is not there, the ball will continue its state of motion. Here, cricket ball will cover larger distance than plastic ball because the mass of cricket ball is larger, and so it has more inertia of motion. Cricket ball has more inertia of motion than the plastic ball because cricket ball is heavier than that of plastic ball. Dust comes out of the carpet when it is beaten with a stick. Explain. This is also due to inertia. On beating with a stick, the carpet sets in motion, but dust particles tend to remain the state of inertia of rest and falls down and gets separated. Why is mass sometimes called coefficient of linear inertia? It is easier to move a lighter object than a heavier object. This indicates that if the mass is more, inertia is also more. That's why mass is sometimes called coefficient of linear inertia. Which of the following has more inertia? A rubber ball and a stone of the same size, a bicycle and a train, a 5 rupees coin and a 1 rupee coin. In each pair, which object has more inertia? To find out that, we know the relation between mass and inertia. Objects which have more mass have more inertia. So, the answer of the first question is a stone of the same size has more inertia than a rubber ball because stone has more mass than a rubber ball. The second one, out of the bicycle and train has more inertia than the cycle. A 5 rupee coin has more inertia than 1 rupee coin. And the reason for all these, as the mass of the object is a measure of inertia, with more mass have more inertia. In the following example, try to identify the number of times the velocity of the ball changes. A football player kicks a football to another player of his team. who kicks the football towards the goal. The goalkeeper of the opposite team collects the football and kicks it towards a player of his own team. Also, identify the agent supplying the force in each case. When the first player kicks the football, the velocity of the ball changes from 0 to u because the ball was at rest. So initial velocity was 0. When the second player kicks the ball towards the goal, second player is the agent who is supplying the force, and the velocity of the ball changes again. When the goalkeeper collects the ball, the velocity changes to 0. And lastly, when the goalkeeper kicks the ball towards a player of his team, he supplies force and the velocity of the ball changes from 0. Another question. State why Newton's first law of motion is called law of inertia. We know that inertia is the tendency of objects to resist change in its state, that is, to remain in its state of motion. Newton's first law of motion also states the same thing. An object will remain in its state of rest or of motion unless an external force is applied. That is why Newton's first law is called law of inertia. What are the forces that act on a book which is kept on a table? The book does not move even though forces are acting on it. Explain. We know that to change the state of motion of an object, force has to be applied. A book which is stationary or kept on a table is at rest. That doesn't indicate that there are no forces acting on it. The forces which act on a book kept on a table are the gravitational force which acts downwards and the normal reaction, which is the force applied by the table, and this acts in upward direction. Even though these two forces are acting on the book remains stationary. This is because the forces are balanced. The two forces are equal and opposite. So, net force acting on the book is 0. As the forces are balanced, the object remains in rest.